Shalom. There we go. Another day.
Bring it back out.
Shalom, brothers.
And we were dealing with a lot of technical things, man, Lord willing, so we're going to bring it back out all for the edification of the elect, the sheep, man. Hey, man, before we get started, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring, the elect, the house of David that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
All right? Got it on?
Yep. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Another week, GMS Charlotte. That's right. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. That's right. We're going to roll the spirit. We're going to bring out a few precepts. Right. We're starting the book of Zephaniah. We're going to read Zephaniah. We'll start at Zephaniah 1 and 6. Read down all through the spirit. The Lord is preparing, a sacrifice. And that sacrifice is Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, if you haven't heard. If you haven't heard, America is Babylon the Great. So the Lord is going to sacrifice this place because this is a detestable, cesspool of wickedness. Right. This place is prophesied to be destroyed. So as the men of the Lord willing we are, we coming out to prophesy against Mount Seir.
Right. This is Zephaniah 1 and 6. Yep. And them that are turned back from the Lord, and those that have not sought the Lord, nor inquired for him, hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. For the day of the Lord is at hand.
The day of the Lord, the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the God of heaven and earth, and his son, is at hand, which is the coming of our Lord, Hamashiach Yahushai. And it spoke about those, who have not inquired. For all you Israelites, who are not taking ear to the words of the prophets, the Lord is marking you that have not inquired of him. Those that haven't sincerely considered his words.
That's right. For the day of the Lord is at hand.
Yep.
For the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice, he hath bid his guests. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children.
Yep. Hold it right there. Now go back to the verse before.
Yep. Zephaniah 1 and 7. It says, hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. For the day of the Lord is at hand.
Yep.
For the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice, he hath bid his guests.
Yeah, the Lord has prepared a sacrifice, and he has bid his guests. And those guests, we'll get to the guests here in a second. We're going to deal with the fact that the Lord has prepared a sacrifice, right? Which is Babylon the Great, which is America. The Lord's going to sacrifice this place. Go ahead.
Yep.
And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such are clothed with strange apparel.
Yep, hold it there. Go ahead.
And it's Isaiah 34. I started at the top.
Yep, you can.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to
Exactly. It's Isaiah 34, verse 1. And it reads, it says, come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. All right. So this message is going out to the world, right? Let the whole world hear this word. Verse 2, Isaiah 34 and 2. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter.
Yep.
Verse 3, the slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Verse 4, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved.
All the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. America is going to be completely destroyed when you read Zechariah the 13th chapter, the 8th and 9th verse.
Yep.
So this place is going to be completely, utterly destroyed, right? And that destruction is coming to 2/3 the heathen and the wicked. Right. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, the rebellious house, the heathen, and Esau Edom, the nasty man on the earth. The red man. Go ahead.
It says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. All their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from the vine, and as the falling fig from the fig tree.
Yep.
Verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Yeah, those going to be those missiles. You see? The Lord said his sword is going to be bathed in heaven. Go ahead.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Idumea is Greek for Edom, the Edomites. The Lord's chief enemy, the chief enemy of God, we would call God the Most High, and His Son Yahweh Shah, and the Israelites, is the Edomites, which is Idumea, Greek for Edom. So it's going to come down upon the Edomites, and the epicenter of the Edomites' hegemony on the earth is America, which is Babylon the Great. This is the power seat of the Edomites on the earth. It's right here in America, right?
And it should come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse, and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Yep, which are the Edomites, right?
Yep. And the curse is in the house, the scripture say the curse is in the house of the wicked.
Yep.
Verse 6, for the sword of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness.
Yep.
And with the fat, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, have a sacrifice at Basra.
Yep.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Basra. And this is the capital city of the Edomites today, in Idumea. Give me that precept, just land back off that.
Ezekiel 25:14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom.
Yep, upon Edom, the Edomites, right? The children of the wicked.
Yep. By the hand, it says, by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah, so the Lord is about to raise up his mighty man, right, in the spirit, to do what? To render that recompense unto the Edomites, right?
The inevitable, right?
Yep, the inevitable, right? So the Lord's mighty men are awakening each and every day and waiting patiently for that spirit, for that power, the Rakakwadash, to ascend down in the times of need. In that time of need, the time of Jacob's trouble, the time of lawlessness.
That's right.
You know, when all hell breaks loose, the Lord's going to endow his men with that power to be able to defend themselves along with the angels, you know, and ultimately along with Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
But the Lord is coming to destroy, you know, Basra, the capital city of the Edomites,
right.
which is America. You see?
Yep.
This place is going to be completely destroyed.
I'm going to read on.
Yep.
Back in Isaiah 34, in verse 6, or verse 7, Salaki, Isaiah 34:7, and the unicorns shall come down with them, the bullocks and the bulls in their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. So like the brother Sagallah was talking about, right? Esau's military, right? The people, everybody's getting ready to be prepared as a sacrifice, all right, for that nuclear destruction, right? Whether you believe it or not, right? Verse 8, for it is the day of Yahweh Shem Shai's vengeance, right? In the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion, man. See? So everything that you see going on in the earth, right? The destruction, all right, the corrosion, all right, the decomposing of society, right? Everything is happening for the elect Israel, man.
That's right.
Right? For the vengeance of his temple, as the scripture says, man. Right? So the Lord, as the scripture says, let me get this real quick. All right? Going to Jeremiah 50 and 28, just to add on to that point.
Yep.
All right? Because it's all the vengeance of who? For Israel, man.
That's right.
All right? This is Jeremiah. All right? This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 28. Let me get that real quick. All right? This is Jeremiah chapter 50 in verse 28. And it reads, it says, I start at verse 27, Jeremiah 50 and 27. It says, slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. We just read that in Isaiah 34.
Yeah.
That great slaughter, which is what? A part of the sacrifice. Woe unto them, for their day has come, the time of their visitation. Verse 28, the voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, our power, the vengeance of his temple. This is what we declare into the world, man.
Yep.
That when this thing goes down, all right, ultimately what? It's the vengeance of the Lord's people. Verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. All right, an article came out that with Putin, he said that what? That pretty much that Russia is losing patience with the West. Right? That's in the media right now.
Yep.
All right, international tension, which is going to lead to what? All out destruction. Right, so let's read it again. It says, Jeremiah 50:29, call together the archers against Babylon, all you that bend the bow, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai and against the Holy One of Israel. In this place, all right, Babylon being the epicenter of wickedness, has been most proud against the Lord, man. Look at all the laws that's been passed, all right, the way of life that has been changed for the ways of wickedness and filth, right? They're going into the pride, man. So this place eventually is going to get touched. Let me get one more.
If I can add to what
You
you're
got it.
saying too, because as it tells you in Revelation chapter 11, that this place is chiefly blaspheming Jehovah Shem Yahushai. You know, that exalt the Lord by by the things they push in. You know, especially by denying the people who they really are, man. You know, so that just adds on to why this place needs to be destroyed.
Gotcha. That's right. Jeremiah 50 and 30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So yeah, hey, these American soldiers are gonna get wiped out. Right? Verse 31, it says, behold, I am against thee, thou O most proud, saith the Lord power of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. So the Lord, as you can see clearly, he's visiting the planet Earth. He's visiting Babylon, man. Right? Remember, hey, this is the last rule of the heathen. So this is the last empire of the wicked that's getting ready to fall. And that's it. And righteousness is going to be established forever. Verse 32. Jeremiah 15:32. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him, man. So this place is not going to get raised back up. There is no build back better. There is no restoring the economy, right? This place is headed for destruction, and that's it. Hey, as I say all the time, we're at the point of no return for this place, man. Right? Everything that's written, the prophecies concerning the fall, is happening right in front of you. You know?
And the scriptures say that, you know, Lord will touch on it. Babylon shall fall and not rise again.
Not rise again.
There's no hill in Babylon.
None.
Right.
If so be, she would be healed, right?
Right. Because the wickedness of this place has reached up to the heavens. I'll get that real quick. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 5. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai have remembered her iniquities, because the Lord has kept tabs on everything that has been done here in this land since America's inception, man. All the rape, robbery, and murder, all the bloodshed that has been done to the people of Israel, you know? So the Lord is going to repay you devils for everything that y'all done, man, because this land is greatly polluted, man. The only way for this place to be cleansed, you know, is for the Lord to enact the sacrifice here, which is going to be whenever this place is burned with that nuclear fire, man.
Matter of fact, I'm going to speak on that right before you go back. Numbers 35 and 33. You got that? Yeah. Hey, that's the spirit. You got it, bro.
Yeah. The inevitable is coming. We're going to keep saying that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right? Because, hey, what matters is what? It's prophecy, man.
That's right.
Nothing matters but that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Numbers 35 and 33.
Which is, this is, everything we're speaking about is prophecy that America, Babylon the Great, is going to be sacrificed.
Right.
Nobody's going to stop that. You got it. Right.
It says, Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
Which we know Esau greatly polluted this land and the whole earth. Go ahead. The whole earth. He's even polluting space. Let's show you this is the man of sin. If not he, then who is it?
Who is he? Where he at?
Where is he at?
Right. For blood it defiled the land.
And we'll be here all day long talking about how the blood of the Native Americans, how the blood of you so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians have been greatly, has greatly filled this land. Right?
It says, and the land cannot be cleansed by the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Showing you the Most High is fair, he's balanced, he's equitable.
Right.
You see? So he said the only way that the score can be even now, or it can be righteous in his eyes, let me say, is that the Edomites are going to have to be destroyed, and they're going to have to go into slavery just like you went into slavery.
That's right.
You see? So that's what's coming, is that this place is going to be destroyed. These Edomites are going to go into captivity, right? And the first fruits are going to be all these devils that's going to be hiding out that the Lord has allowed, to make it past the destruction. You see? They're going to be the first fruits of the slavery.
Get that, real
of slavery for the kingdom of heaven.
Jeremiah 16 and 16. What the Lord say, I'm going to get you out of the holes of the rocks. Right? It shows you, as brothers was talking about, how these elites, they put the subliminals out there of what? Them surviving the nuclear destruction. Because the elite of the world, they are going to survive. Right? That's why they have the bunkers and the mountain retreats and whatnot, man. They show you in various movies of them surviving the destruction, but only to be what? The first fruits of the slavery in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
Right?
Death, slavery and death is what awaits them, man.
Right.
This is really why they're afraid for us to come into our rulership, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
This is Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them.
Yeah, we're in the fishing stages now. That's dealing with the prophets out there prophesying, man. All right? Don't the scriptures refer to prophets as what? As fishers of men.
Yep.
Right? We're throwing out that spiritual bait, right? And the ones that's meant to receive it are catching it and receiving it, right? Go ahead.
And after will I send for many hunters.
But after I shall send for many hunters. All right? That's the men of the Lord.
Yep.
They're going to go from fishers to hunters, man. Right? And what are they going to do? Go ahead.
And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill.
And they should hunt them from every mountain and every hill. Those represent major governments, right? So the elect are going to be those hunters, man, those bright burns, man, right? That are going to hunt down the nations, man, because there's going to be survivors post-destruction.
Right.
Hey, if you want a good example of that, you gotta go back to, remember X-Men and Sentinel?
Yeah.
You know, how they was going and hunting out all the mutants. That's how the elect's gonna be doing these these elites when we get that power, man.
That's right, and they know that.
And it says out of the holes of the rock.
Yeah, out of every mountain and hill, out of the holes of the rocks, man. So these elites, they're going to be the first fruits. They're going to be the first fruits rounded up in slavery, man. The scriptures tell you in Ezekiel, I believe it's the 39th chapter, that that the elect are going to purge out the rebels, right? Because you can't hide. Can I get another precept? Psalms 139, where it talks about how, you can't hide. I think Psalms 139, verses 7 and 8, somewhere in there. Get that for me real quick.
Psalms 139 and 7. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence?
Right, this was King David going into the pretty much the wonders of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
How you can't hide from the Lord, how the Lord sees all.
Yep.
Right? Go ahead.
If I ascend into heaven, thou art there.
So King David said, if I ascend into heaven, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is there. Go ahead.
If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there.
If I make my bed in hell, which hell simply means what? Under the earth, in the ground. Right? And he said that the Lord is there. Go ahead.
If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me.
Right, so the point is that the Lord is omnipotent, man, or omnipotent, however you want to say it. The Lord is in all places and at all times, man.
He's everywhere.
Jeremiah 23 and 24, real quick, let me add on to that. Right? And can I get one more? Amos 9 and 2. I'll pass it back to you.
23 and what?
Jeremiah 23 and 24.
Jeremiah 23 and 24. Can any hide himself in the secret places that I cannot see him?
Come on, man. The Lord is asking the question. Can anybody hide themselves in secret places and I, the Lord, do not see him anymore?
Saith the Lord, do not I fill heaven and earth, saith the Lord?
Right, so do not Yahweh Shem Yahushua fill up heaven and earth. So how you going to hide? Going back to the point of dealing with these elites, right? They in their minds, they think they hide now, but really, the Lord got you marked, man, right? Prophecies, for you have these bunkers, right? The underground retreats, the mountainous escapes, right? The ISS in the heavens, the retreats under the oceans, specifically to fulfill prophecy. That's all it is. Can I get the Amos 9 and 2?
This is Amos 9 and 2. It says, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them.
Right, though they dig into hell, though they got the underground bunkers and all of that, the Lord said, my hand gonna take them. Go ahead.
Though they climb up to heaven, this will I bring them down.
Though they climb into heaven, you got the space stations, you got the rockets in orbit or whatever, different retreats. Because hey, what's the latest thing that these elites been talking about? It's going into space, spending so much millions of dollars to get a ticket to have a spaceship in space to basically defeat the destruction.
Because you got Elon Musk, I believe that was him that had the website a few years ago about how people could buy tickets to go to Mars.
That's it, right?
You know?
Yeah.
Because they think that's going to be their next getaway once Earth has become uninhabitable, man.
Yeah. That's fugitive moves, man.
Right.
That shows that these devils, they're truly fugitives, man. They on the run.
It's vagabond.
Vagabond,
Which
yeah.
goes back to show you that they got to be the descendants of Cain.
That's
man.
them.
You know, the wicked.
Yeah.
They try to set up a space colony.
Right.
You know, they'll say about 2035 or some that.
Yeah. What did what did Cain tell the Most High? He said, if any man findeth me, they're going to want to slay me.
Yep.
Right? Because now we're in a time where the scriptures tell you, 2 Thessalonians, that the wicked will be revealed in this time. So everybody knows that this man is the wicked. He's the devil, and everybody want a piece of this nigga, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Verse 3. Amos 9:3. And though they hide themselves from the top of Carmel, I will search them out. It says, I will search them out thence, and though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
Hey, like the Fuji song, hey, you can run, but you can't hide, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna find you.
Right.
Straight up, man. And that's the destiny, that's the destiny of the elites of Esau, man. Right? Because it tells you also in Revelation, the 9th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, about how these devils are not going to repent from their idolatry, for their sorcery, and all their wickedness. It's that pride, you know?
Yep. Matter of fact, I'm going to get Isaiah 24. I'm just going to give me the other one. Psalm 1, Bind the King for Chains.
Yeah.
Psalms 124, 45, 140.
Let me get it. I got it. This is Psalms 149. All right, Psalms 149. I'll start at verse 4. Read down.
Yep.
Psalm 149 and verse 4, and it reads, "For the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai taking pleasure in His people."
Yep. Speaking of the elect, the Lord is pleased with the elect, right? That are returning.
Where's
Not the world.
Where's the world?
Not the world. He's not. Most High is displeased with 2/3 of His people. See?
For the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai take pleasure in His people.
Yep.
He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Yep. That's what's coming to the elect. Lord willing, we have that number. He's gonna beautify the meek with salvation. You got it, bro.
Hey, Shalom,
Shalom, brother. Yep.
All right. Psalms 149 and verse 4, for the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai taking pleasure in His people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Yep.
Right? Then we go into a lesson about how this is the generation
Yep.
that seeketh the Lord.
That's right.
Right? Verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory.
Yeah.
Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Hey, that's gonna be the kingdom of heaven. Y'all about to be on Shabrakatah. My brothers rolling in. Y'all about to be on Shabrakatah. Shalom, brother. Yep. Hey, let the saints be joyful. And that's gonna be in the kingdom. Right? Because the Lord already told us ain't gonna be on the joy on this side. Right. It's gonna be the establishment of the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
That's when the saints are gonna be joyful.
Yep.
Right?
Verse 6. Psalms 149, verse 6.
Yep.
Let the high praises of Yahweh Shemel Shai be in their mouth.
Yep.
And a two-edged sword in their hand.
Now, why would we have a two-edged sword in our hand and establishment of the kingdom of heaven? You read.
Verse 7. To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
The same thing we read going back to Ezekiel 25:14, that the Lord's vengeance is going to come down upon the Edomites. So vengeance has got to come to the Edomites and then the rest of the heathen. You got it?
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
Yep.
To bind their kings with chains.
So those hunters are going to bind the elites of the world, with chains. That's going to be the establishment of the kingdom of heaven. You got people also all over the planet that's going to fall into this.
Yep.
You got the Illuminati of Esau, but you also got all of these people in other nations, the presidents, the prime ministers,
Yep.
the Saudi kings. You got people that got bunkers all over the world.
You got the elites of other nations.
All the other nations. So everybody, all the elites is going to be the first fruits. And that shows you how beautiful the Lord is.
Yep.
Is that He ain't going to let the kingdom of heaven be established with the regular peons till later on.
Yep.
He's going to start it with their elites.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's how the kingdom of heaven going to be started.
Yep.
It's only right.
Yep.
These pieces of shit ain't got to work a day in their lives.
Yep.
And they own everything. You see how they fuck the world up, man. So it's only right that we use them to bring in the new world, man.
Yeah.
You
And
know? Build everything up from the ground up.
And the balance, right? Because when the 12 tribes went into captivity under Esau and the heathen nations, right? They took the nobility out of the tribes, right? They took the princes,
Yep.
right? The kings out of the tribes, man. They weren't just taking ordinary Jake, so to speak.
Yep.
They was taking the royal lions of Jake and throwing them into slavery, man. So look at the flip side of it, right? We read the prophecies in the scriptures about how the royal lines of the elites and the heathen nations, they getting ready to go into captivity. That's the beauty behind it, man.
Yep.
Right? It says, Psalms 149 and verse 8, to bind their kings with chains.
Yep. Kim Jong-un, right? You got guys like that.
Yep.
The president of Babylon, and his people.
Right.
Your families like the the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds,
DuPont.
the DuPonts, the Gettys,
Yep.
right? All of these families, you know, all of these major families, and once again, on the other part of the globe,
Yep.
guys like Vladimir Putin,
Yep.
President Xi of China,
Yep.
Kim Jong-un, we spoke about all these people. Hey, you about to get bound with chains,
Yep.
right, by the elect. Go ahead.
It says, "In their nobles,
Yep,
with fetters of iron,
yep,
to execute upon them the judgment written.
yep.
This honor have his saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai."
And that's going to be an honor. Lord willing, we have that number.
Yep.
We have that number to be able to execute, you know, that judgment upon these evil. Yep.
I got that one of Revelation conversation. That's going to be a part of the fun in the kingdom, man. Breaking that financial deficit, man, because like I said earlier, man, they still gonna have that fight in them, man, but they're just not gonna have the power over it, man. You know?
I got 2 precepts. You got to bring out yours, huh?
This is Revelation 9:20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of their works of their hands,
That's it. That's the one right there.
that they should not worship devils. And not break down there. It says, I saw that.
Matter of fact, start up at 14. Read down to get all the meat off.
All right. This is Revelation 9:14, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, let the 4 angels which, it's like loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates.
Right. Because really, in that region where the Euphrates River is, in that region is where the war of Armageddon is going to take off.
Yep.
Right. Go ahead.
And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men.
Right, which is the sons of the wicked. All right, you have the sons of God. All right, which going back to the Israelites. Right, you have the sons of men going back to the heathen nations, and you have what? The sons of the wicked. That represents the third part of men.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
It says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, like verse 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them.
So that's 200 million warheads, man, that the Lord has prepared for Babylon, man.
Right.
Right? Which you could consider overkill, man. You talk about wiping some shit out. Right. This is next level, man. You talking about getting blown to oblivion, to smithereens. Go ahead.
And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and what's the word?
Oh, Jasmine.
Jasmine, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as heads of lions.
Right, and you see, and the scriptures tell us what? That the things that were written for aforetime were written for our learning, right? Because most likely, we were those men that wrote these prophecies down in the ancient, and we're back interpreting them now and breaking them down to you now, right? Because, you know, and back then the prophets, you know, when they saw the missiles, they didn't say, "Oh, those are the missiles,"
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they likened them, as we just read, to brimstone, fire, brimstone horses, and all of that.
Yep.
You know, so now in this time we're breaking them down as what? As those missiles.
Right.
You know.
Okay, modern terms, whatever we're doing, because back then, like you said, words weren't used back then.
Right.
So now we're to break it down in modern terms.
That's why a nigga be like, "Well, where's America in the Bible?
Right.
Where does it say nuclear missiles at?
Right.
Y'all just making stuff up because you ain't got the spirit."
You
Right.
gotta think this is vernacular that was around 3,000-4,000 years ago.
God.
And this is why it shows you this truth is esoteric, man. It's not meant for everybody. Man.
That's
right.
You know? It says, and the heads were the horses, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone.
Out of their mouths issue fire, smoke, and brimstone. So imagine back in the ancient world seeing that in a vision, seeing the missiles come out of the silos and shoot in the air like, shh. You know, it's like man, it's like a flying snake, so to speak. But really, it's the missile.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
By these three was the third part of men killed.
By these three was the third part of men killed, man, dealing with the Edomites, the son of the wicked. Go ahead.
By the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails.
That's the warheads. Go ahead.
For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads.
For their tails were like unto serpents and had heads. That's the missiles coming out of them silos, man.
Yep.
Right? Go ahead.
and had heads, and with them they do hurt.
They do hurt. Keep reading.
And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk.
So these top level Edomites that are scattered around the world, right? They're not going to repent, right? Exactly. They
Hey,
can't.
the Lord said, what can you make straight that was made crooked?
That's it.
Man? So that they couldn't get right if they wanted to.
That's right.
Neither repented they of their murders.
Neither repented they of their murders, man. The sacrifices, right? The pedophilia, all the madness that they do. Go ahead.
Nor of their sorcery,
That's right.
nor of their fornication, nor of their theft.
Right. So the elites are not going to repent like how it was in the time of ancient Egypt. What did the Lord do? He hardened the Pharaoh's heart. Can I get that real quick? Exodus 11 and 10. Give me that real quick, and then I'm gonna pass back. Just want to make that point.
11.
Yeah, Exodus 11 and verse 10.
Yep. This is Exodus 11 and 10. And Moses and Aaron did all these things, all these wonders before Pharaoh. And the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land.
That's it. So, and it's the same thing happening in this time, man. The Lord is doing all these miracles. One of the main miracles is what? The raising up of his prophets in Babylon. The scriptures tell you that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has raised up prophets in Babylon, right? So in the midst of all of that, the message is going out. These devils is hearing it, and the Lord has hardened their hearts, and they still ain't gonna let us go.
Yep.
That's why it's gonna take who? Yahweh Shem Yahushua to deliver us, man.
Right.
So the story is being played out all over again, man. You know?
Right. This is Romans 9 and 17 to bring it into modern terms.
Beautiful.
It says, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, which you know Esau is the modern day Pharaoh now, it says, for even this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Beautiful, man.
Which is why Yahweh Shem Yahushua allows the devil to increase like he has, man. So that whenever he finally shows his power, he's going to show who's the true God on the earth, man.
Hey, the increase of his power is what? The technology.
Yeah.
Right? His technology, his setting himself up as God, right? Having full control over humanity through a damn device, through a digitalized slavery, right? So the Lord gave him all that power in the left hand just to show him that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the true power when he take him down.
Right. Because
Right?
man, he makes the world think that he's God. So when the Lord brings him down, they're going to see who is the God that to be feared over this man, you know?
Hey, give me Isaiah 24, verse 21 and 22.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah. All right, Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 22. All right? Isaiah 24 and verse 21.
Yep.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall punish the host of high ones
Yep.
that are on high,
Yeah, once again, that's the elites, right? Go ahead.
and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
Yeah, the kings of the earth upon the earth. The Lord's coming to punish them. Matter of fact, hold that.
Yep.
Let's show that further. Isaiah 13. Hold on. Isaiah 13 and verse 11. We'll get that real quick.
All right? I got you.
Yep.
Isaiah 13 and 11,
Yep.
and I will punish the world, and I will punish the world for their evil,
Yep.
and the wicked for their iniquity.
Uh-huh.
And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the
So the
terrible.
Lord's coming to punish the world for their evil. So everybody about to get it. All these people that had a hand in destroying the Lord's people, and they back now to get the judgment.
That's
The
right.
Lord that he already prophesied. All right, we go back there.
Isaiah 24 and 22,
Yep.
and they shall be gathered together as prisoners.
Yeah, and that's the elites going into slavery. You know, the first fruits of all these nations, you know, all their high ones, it said, the host of high ones.
That's right.
You know, so they're going to be gathered together in the pit to go into slavery. Go ahead.
It says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit,
Uh-huh.
and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited.
After many days shall they be visited. So, the establishing the kingdom of heaven, like we said, you know, the sacrifice that will be America, you know, is going to be the destruction of Babylon in various places around the earth, Israel gonna be destroyed too.
Yep.
And the elites of all these nations to go into slavery.
That's right.
If this place gonna be sacrificed and you elites is going into slavery, you know that. That's why you watch the videos. You know, with the elders and apostles. You know that you're going fresh into slavery. That's what awaits them.
Is it? Can I get a precept?
Yep.
Give me Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter, because it goes into the topic. You know, it's all spirit.
Yep.
All right. Because hey, Yahweh Shemel Shai basically gave you he's giving you a warning here, so to speak. Of what's getting ready to happen to you. The powers that be over the earth.
Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse 1, it says, "Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand, learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth."
Right. So the Lord is calling out the leaders of the planet, the rulers of the earth. Go ahead.
"Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory of the multitude of nations.
Right.
For power is given you of the Lord."
Power. Hey, we just read that. Romans. What was the Romans? The 9th chapter.
Yep.
Power is given of the Lord. The Lord gave you that power, man. The Lord was the one that raised up the bases of men.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Psalm 75th chapter says, "The Lord lifted up one and put it down another."
That's right.
Show you the Most High is who controls, who rules.
Yep.
Right? It says, Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 3, "For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works and search out your counsels."
That's right.
It says, "Because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged aright,
Right.
nor kept the law,
That's right.
nor walked after the counsel of the Most High."
Right, and see, that's heavy, and that ties into we brought out in Isaiah the 24th chapter.
Yep.
All right, about how what? They changed the ordinances.
Yep.
They transgressed the laws. Right, the whole earth is defiled because of the wicked rulers.
Yep.
Can you read that part again?
Yep. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse 4.
Yep.
It says, "Because being ministers of his kingdom,
Yep.
ye have not judged aright,
You have not judged the right. Right? Go ahead.
nor kept the law,
Nor kept the law.
nor walked after the counsel of Yahweh Shem
And that's why the earth is in this situation. This is why the earth this is why the earth is at the brink of destruction. Because the ones that are in a position of power, they have not judged or ruled rightly, man. Because there's a certain way, as I keep reiterating, there's a certain way that the earth is supposed to be ran.
Yeah.
Under the law, statute, commandments. Read on a little bit more for me, down to like verse 8, I believe.
Verse 5, "Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you,
Horribly and speedily, man. The Lord is coming quickly. And the Lord said, "Behold, I come quickly," man. Right? Go ahead.
for sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places."
For sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places, man. Right? This is dealing with the elites. All right? The world leaders. Right? Go ahead.
"For mercy will soon pardon the meanest,
Uh-huh.
but mighty men shall be mightily tormented."
But mighty men shall be mightily tormented, man. You're going to be the first fruits of slavery, getting your ass whooped, man. Right? Any more? Yeah, and that's the point, man. So these devils, they know what's coming. They know the prophecies, man. Why you think they did everything in their power to hide themselves, man? The scriptures even talk about that. About how this man can no longer hide himself, man. The wicked would be revealed in his time. Right? He tried to change the identity of all the nations, man. Said niggas was black and yellow and red and African American, Spanish, Latino.
Yep.
Right? This ain't. Hey, those are not the world's nationalities, man. Right? Because after the flood, right, who repopulated the earth? The descendants of Noah, man. All right, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, man. Right?
Yep.
And then as you know, the chosen lineage of the sons of God that came through Noah, you know, through Shem on down, or Arphaxad, Peleg, right? When you go through the line all the way down to who? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man.
Yeah.
Right?
They did all that really to make it more easy for them to hide themselves amongst the other nations. That's why they went all throughout the world, mingling with all the different heathens, trying to, make Esau seem like he was wiped out or disappeared throughout history, man.
Right.
But the Spirit of the Lord has came back and revealed you devils, man, because now is the time for you to be revealed, so that you can know that you can't outrun your judgment, man.
Yeah.
You've been it's like,
Oh no, you
it's like you've been running for your judgment ever since since Cain, man.
Hey, that's a fugitive. A fugitive knows he's wanted. Right? What is a fugitive going to do? He's going to hide himself, man. He's going to blend in. You know?
That's always been with you, man. Hey, you can't escape the judgment, man. I got something real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 3:15. it says, that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua required that which is past. Is why these devils are trying to hide their history, man, because they don't want to have to pay for all the atrocities they've done on the earth. Going back to, like we said, serpent, Cain, Esau, Edom, all the way down to what they've done now, man. You know? So that's showing you that this devil, he's trying to really offset prophecy by escaping.
Yep.
Trying to say that he's the children of the Most High, so that he doesn't have to get judged, man. You know?
That's right. He's ruled through deception, right?
Yep.
Right.
But nothing's going to stop the inevitable, which is Babylon's going to be sacrificed. I remember Elder Kazak used to say, Babylon's still going to be destroyed.
That's right.
Hey, no matter what, this place is going to still be destroyed.
Right.
So nothing's going to stop that. You go back, we can start back with what we said.
This is Zephaniah 1:7.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. For the day of the Lord is at hand.
The day of the Lord's at hand.
For the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice. He hath been his guest.
He have been his guests. And who are those
Man.
guests? Somebody give me Matthew 22. We'll start at verses 8 through 12. Matthew 22, 8 through 12. The Lord said he have been his guest, right? So the Lord has been his guest to a front row seat to this destruction and then the marriage feast.
Right.
22 will start at 8, read down to 12. Yep.
Matthew 22:8.
Yep.
Then said he to his servants,
Yep.
the wedding is ready.
To his what?
His servants,
So the guest he bid was his servants. You know, which are the men of the Lord. You other nations, and you damn sure you Edomites are not the servants of the Lord. You are not the guests. You see? Go ahead.
it says the
You
wedding-
weren't invited to the marriage feast. 2/3 weren't invited to the marriage feast. He saw us through out here. Times 2. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
the wedding is ready,
Right?
but they which were bidden were not worthy.
They were not worthy, right? And who were they which were bid were not worthy? Because the Lord said, go out to the highways and to the hedges and bid them to the marriage, right?
Can I
Got
add this
precept?
real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you was expounding on the fact that who are the servants?
Yep.
Let's see who the servants are,
Yep.
right? Because everybody says, well, if I pick up the Bible and read and believe in God, therefore I'm a servant of the Lord, right?
Right.
Well, let's see what the scripture says. All right, it's Isaiah 44. I got two. It's Isaiah 44 and verse 1. And it reads, it says, yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant.
God. Yep.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, in Israel, whom I have chosen. So the only servants are the Israelites, man.
That's right.
All right, here's another one. This is Isaiah 49 and verse 3. And it reads, Isaiah 49 and verse 3, it says, and said unto me, thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. So the servants could only be the Israelites, man.
Yep.
Right? Just had to add that in there.
And I got to give you one more.
Come.
Psalm 148:14. Beautiful. He also exalted the horn of his people,
Yep.
the praise of all his saints. So his people are his saints.
Yep.
The elect are his people, the Israel of God on this side.
Right.
It says, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him, praise ye the Lord.
Right, because it tells you in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, when the elect go up in them chariots, the people going to say, oh, he was numbered amongst the saints.
Yeah.
So who are the saints? Those are the Israelites. Those are the men that you've been scoffing and talking shit about on the four corners of the earth. You're going to see them going up, man. While you looking at their fringes dangling in the air, while the missiles come down, man.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Back in Matthew 22:8, it says, then said he to his servants,
Yep.
the wedding is ready,
The wedding is ready.
but they which were bidden were not worthy.
Yep. 2/3 of you chicks are not worthy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's by your own doing.
Yeah.
You refuse to come back to your power.
Exactly.
You refuse to come back to being an Israelite. You shun this.
Yeah.
You hate this. You hate Yahushua.
This the wedding that you don't want to miss.
Yep.
Nah, man.
You want to make sure you got that all white tux, man.
That's right. That's right.
You want to make sure you're a part of that.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
It says, go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
Bid to the marriage. So these are the guests that's being bid. The ones that's coming in here. Now the scriptures say, when you go out and you gather, it's going to be good and bad.
Yeah.
Now the bad's going to be cast back out, but the good's going to remain.
The Lord's going to do the filtering. We're just
That's
not
right.
just casting the net.
Yeah, that's
right.
good. That's a good point.
That's
It
right.
says, so those servants went out into the highways
Yep.
and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good,
Both bad and good.
and the wedding was furnished with guests.
And the wedding was furnished with guests.
And
Right?
when the king came in to see the guests,
So you got the king, Yahushua coming in, and who else you got there? You got the elect, right? Go ahead.
He saw there was a man which had not on a wedding garment.
Which can be attributed to, once again, 2/3 of our people who don't have on the proper attire. They're not going to have on the all white, which is the righteousness of saints, right? They ain't going to have on that. They're not going to be given clemency. They're not going to be given an exemption from judgment. The mark of the law, all the things that we know. Go ahead.
And he said unto him, friend, how came thou in not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless.
Right. Read that again.
Matthew 22:11. Matthew 22:12.
Yep.
And he said unto him, friend, how comest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless.
This man, hey, this particular man was speechless, man. He came into the wedding without a wedding garment, meaning he didn't have the proper doctrine, man. Going back to that strange apparel.
Yep.
You see, a lot of our people, they cover themselves with that strange apparel, which is what? Everything that's not of the truth.
Yep.
So here it is, you had this man that tried to enter into a wedding feast, right? Without having the true wedding garment on, with the true knowledge.
Yep.
And when he got called out, he was speechless.
Yep.
Right? Right there in his tracks, right?
Which his parable could be attributed to 2/3 of our people.
Yup.
Right.
They're going to be speechless.
Because, as it says, these people have no cloak for their sins.
Yep.
So when the Lord comes to judge them, they have nothing to say.
Yep.
Because they have the chance to repent. And they did.
Precept. That's right. That's right. Precept. That's
So
right.
it says,
Got 12, you get 12?
yeah, that's what.
Yep. Yep. Beautiful. Yep.
This is Zephaniah 1, and I'm going to start back at 7 again.
That's that killer.
God damn. It said, hold thy peace, Zephaniah 1 and 7.
Yep.
Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord Yahweh Shem.
Yep.
That's right.
For the day of the Lord is at hand, for the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice, he hath bid his guests.
He had been his guests, right? Two-thirds are not his guests. But the elect, Lord willing, we have that number. And this word is going out gathering the elect, right? Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes
Yep.
and the king's children,
Yep.
and all such are clothed with strange apparel.
Which is what the elder brother was speaking about. Those are the men that's clothed with strange apparel. You give me Revelation 3 and 17. Those are the men that's clothed with strange apparel. Those are the ones that didn't have on the proper attire.
Right.
When the king came in, which is Yahweh Shah.
Yep.
So you ain't a part of mine. Scripture said the Lord knoweth them that are his.
Right.
Consequently, he knows those that are not his too.
Yeah.
Right.
See? So the ones that's not his, hey, you got on the wrong attire.
Yeah. You got a strange covering on you.
Yeah.
Right? And that strange covering could be contributed to what? Christianity,
Yep.
Islam,
Yep.
right? You all up in black consciousness, you think you an Egyptian,
Yep.
right? You got a strange covering on, man.
Called on the wrong name.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know?
Hey,
Yeah.
and the scripture say the Lord said they come with the cover, but not of my spirit.
Not of my spirit.
You come with the spirit of the Most High.
Right.
Right?
Revelation 3 and what was it again?
17.
Slack.
Yep. That's that strange apparel. Revelation 3 and 17.
Revelation chapter 3 verse 17. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked.
Yeah, you wretched, miserable, poor, blind, and naked. If you ain't got the true, pure, 100% true.
Man.
You wretched, miserable, poor, blind, and naked. Meaning that you got on the wrong attire, which ultimately means you're going to be destroyed.
Yeah. See, you don't have a chance.
You don't have a chance out here. It's about to be a slaughter. And that sacrifice is coming to Babylon. You're going to be a part of that sacrifice.
Right.
Yep.
You're going to be sacrificed with Babylon.
Because you got a bulk of our people that are like, look, you know, you can call the Lord for whatever you want. The Lord knows your heart. You know, I ain't good at the Hebrew, but we know the Lord don't mind. You know, the Lord knows what we talk. Nah, man.
Nah.
If you ain't coming correct, you gonna get checked.
Right.
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 Straight up, man.
That shows you people don't read, man, because when you read about when Israel was building the temple, the Lord was very specific
Right.
on the measurements of how he wanted the temple to
Exactly.
look like.
And very meticulous.
And so if he was like that for the physical temple, how much more the spiritual temple?
Yeah.
So when you come in to serve the Lord, you have to present yourself as that living sacrifice, man. And with a sacrifice, you know, when you came to doing that with the Lord,
Yeah.
he has a specific order how you did that, man.
Yeah.
The Lord is precise with what he wants you to do, man.
Yeah.
So that, you know, come as you are, spirit, man. That's satanic, man.
Hey, same thing with Noah. Hey, when the Lord gave him the measurements of how he wanted the ark,
Exactly.
Noah they said, man, I don't really want to do it like that. Do it like this.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
The thing that mentions over here, I make it shorter.
Right,
man.
right.
No, it had to be exactly how the Lord wanted it, and that was perfect in the eyes of the Lord.
I'm gonna just add this.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, man, I mean, I don't know about some of these editorial beings. No, he did it the way the Lord said to do it.
We don't need them animals. We don't need them. They'll be straight.
And they'll be all right. In that fall spirit. The Lord said, go destroy everything. Now I'm gonna keep some of these.
Yeah.
And then what did the Lord do? The Lord rejected him. Rejected him.
Yep.
Spirit from
Yep.
No, that's the same thing that's gonna happen to you people. Like, y'all gonna be cast out. You wanna be rebellious.
Yeah, you leaning on your own understanding.
Yep.
You know, you see the majority of our people in the world, they in that whole Jesus is my homeboy spirit. You know, like our people really ain't. Yeah, God is dope.
I hate when I see that, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate when I see that.
You know, niggas are in that like treating the Lord like he your neighbor and shit. A nigga across the street. You ain't got no reverence or no real fear for the Lord, man. You know, but that's what Jake gonna find out, man. Because your way ain't the way.
Yep.
Right?
That's right. Yep.
Zephaniah 1 and 9.
Yep.
And in the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their master's houses with violence and deceit. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be a noise from the cry. It's like there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate.
Yeah.
And hollering from the second, and a great crashing from the hill.
The second great crash is coming, right? So a part of that sacrifice is there's going to be a crashing of this economic system that's been set up. The S&P 500, NASDAQ, the futures market, around the world, all that's about to go. What else? The Dow Jones, you know, all of that's about to crash. So it's going to be a second great crash that's going to come.
Niggas talking about I got stocks. You about to lose all that.
Hey, your crypto, all that shit, man. You know, Dogecoin, all these stupid little innovations, which ain't doing nothing but conditioning for that biometric thing anyway.
That's all it is.
You know? But you can't put no trust in that shit because it's all going, the scripture says it's going to go to naught, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It says, how you inhabitants of Miktash.
Yep.
Yeah, the inhabitants of Miktash. Now, when you go into the fish gate and the inhabitants of Miktash, right? These are all the people that are part of like the central business, like, you know, Wall Street, stock market. All right, you got the different investors that tell you to invest in this. This is hot. You know, we're in a bull market right now. You need to get with this. All right, these are the people that are in that whole realm of that financial realm, right? So they're going to come to the point of howling. Why? Because this thing is about to crash, right? And they're going to lose all their assets.
That's why you see a lot of these people committing suicide like that.
Yeah.
They see that their whole life that they put into that, they see what's about to come out of that, so they just offer themselves.
Exactly.
It says, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off.
And all that built. So all the merchant people, that's the investors, the stock market people, all the people that handle money and investing and, you know, basically global commerce, right? You know, they're gonna lose it. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Matter of fact, go back to 10. I'm gonna have a precept to bring it. They go to 10 and 11.
Zephaniah 1 and 10. It says,
Where's that?
right here.
Yeah.
It's Zephaniah 1 and 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord,
Yep.
that there shall be a cry from there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and the howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills.
So it's going to be the Bible prophesies a second economic collapse, right? There was a first, right? And there's going to be a second. So you give me Ecclesiastes 1:12. Ecclesiastes 12. We'll read 1 through 4, then we go to 6 and 17. Ooh. So this, hey, the second great crash is coming.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember thy Creator in the days of thy youth.
Which is what we're doing. Coming back to the Lord, me time. Right now. We ain't waiting. The Lord said, make no delay. Know that?
While the evil day come not.
Because the evil days are upon us. So we know that we got to return to the Lord now, right? We ain't got time to wait. We ain't got time to wait and see. A lot of Jakes is in the wait and see spirit. And the Lord's going to put 2/3 to death because a lot of our people want to wait and see if these prophecies really, the last of them, are going to come. If all the other ones came, what makes you think the last of the ones ain't going to come? Right. You see, that's the spirit of our people.
Just for a nigga to be like, see, I told you.
Yeah, that's what a nigga want to do. You want to be in there, I told you. Yeah, I told you. All right.
See, they was talking that shit, man. Ain't nothing happened.
Yep. These niggas don't want Yahweh Shah to come.
Right. Man.
Right.
It says, nor the years draw nigh, when they shall say, I have no pleasure in them. when the sun or the light, it's like while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened,
Yep.
nor the clouds return after the rain.
Yeah, because we know when that destruction comes, it's going to block out, the sun and the moon, so on and so forth. Go ahead.
In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble,
See the keepers of the house. Going back to those in Martesh. Going back to that fish gate, right?
investors.
Yep. The investors, the economists. Also, they're also known as they got people called speculators.
Yep.
So all these people, that's the so-called somebodies in the world. Go ahead.
and the strong men shall bow
The
themselves,
strong men gonna bow themselves.
and the grinders cease because they are few.
Hey, we just had 4.5 million people. We've had over 8 million people have resigned from their jobs in the last 120 days.
Great resignation, how you say it?
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. You said the great resignation.
Great resignation.
Yep. You see? So that's showing you that the grinders are going to cease because they're few.
Yeah. It says, and those that look out of the window be darkened.
Those that look out the window is going to be darkened, meaning the prospect, seeing the fall of the epic collapse of Babylon, and that's a very dark thing.
Yeah.
Like, man, this is where society is headed.
Yeah.
People ask those questions, well, where's society headed?
Yeah.
You hear a lot of this on the news.
Yeah.
Well, where do we go from here?
Yes.
Like, damn, what's coming?
Down.
That's right. And it's about to be better out here.
Yeah.
Amen.
Okay?
And the doors be shut in the street.
And the doors in the street will be shut. The businesses, we're seeing it all over the place. Even in this place here.
Yep.
A lot of these people here, I did a video on it about 8 months ago. A lot of these people in the epicenter right in front of us, they can't afford the rent no more.
Yeah.
And it was that, and a lot of that, could open back up. They weren't allowed to
Yep.
because they wanted to shut the place down anyway, man.
Yeah.
So, the whole point of the pandemic was to pretty much crash the economy, man.
Yeah.
So all these small businesses, your mom and pops, all that, could be crushed, man. So
Yeah.
we're seeing that, come back, twice as hard now.
Yeah.
So really, it's going to be, you're going to have no choice but to go to Esau.
Yeah,
that's right.
What they want.
And the latest news that I saw the other day was that you got China, all right, pretty much China is cutting off their goods from being exported over here, man, because America is primary a import. It's import, right? Am I saying it correctly?
Import.
Yeah. America is primary import country. So China, like, you know what? Screw y'all. We ain't gonna ship our stuff over here. So what's gonna happen? That's gonna really do damage into the supply chain, man. Because America gets a bulk of their stuff out of China, man. That's it. So when China start cutting back, because all these things are what they're an act of war.
Yeah.
If I cut off you receiving my goods, therefore I'm hurting your economy. Therefore I'm hurting. I'm taking away the food off your table, so to speak.
Yeah.
So this is about to get crazy as we push more into 2022, man. Hey, it's the year of turn up, right? Shit about to get crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
Start now.
Yep. This is Isaiah 19:14.
Just to add to that.
Yep.
The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof,
Yeah, Babylon the Great. It's a perverse spirit in this place, right?
and they
Right.
have caused Egypt to err in every work.
This place is an error in every word. Everything about this place is backwards. Everything about it is twisted,
Yep.
wicked, perverse. You see? Filthy.
Yep. It says every work thereof as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
That's how Babylon, at the drunken man staggered his vomit. Okay.
Yeah.
Neither shall there be.
Yeah, and then I remember the brother Amawan brought this out from the little documentary with the Edomite chick. When societies go in this type of way, when societies go to the point where there are no boundaries, no morality, right? Nothing. There's no distinguishing for what's right and what's wrong. That's when the point when that society collapses.
Yeah.
And I remember when he shared that with us. That's heavy.
It is.
Because we are there now, man.
Yeah.
Right? You can do whatever you want. Everybody is low-level Satanists to a degree, right? They're all about themselves, right? Everybody worships everything under the sun.
Flood behavior.
Yeah, blood behavior all
right.
over again, man.
That's right.
So the Lord about to do the same. That second death is needed,
Yep.
right? So when society gets to the point filth and abomination, it's time to clean it. It's time to cleanse it, man.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. That fire's gonna cleanse it.
Yeah. Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt.
See, same thing we read before. When the doors get shut in the street, there ain't gonna be no work no more. We're seeing that slowly but surely. That's what's coming. And more of these mandates that continue to go forward.
That's right.
We're gonna see more and more people who's gonna be losing their work.
That's right.
Showing you that Egypt is gonna fail. the midst thereof.
Right.
Any precepts out there you want?
No, just hey, Shalom, Akim.
Neither shall there be any work for Egypt,
Yep.
which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
So, hey, from the ruler to the tiller, from the top to the bottom, ain't nobody gonna be able to do nothing about this. It don't matter who you are when you go into the branch of the rush.
Yeah.
From the heads of the government to the lowest, from the highest to the lowest.
Right.
The Lord's gonna perform this. He's gonna make this happen.
Yeah, that's why when the resources go thin, right? It's gonna take brothers and and whatnot, sisters or whatever the case is, to start really coming together. Isaiah 4:1 is a prime example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when the resources get thin and get cut off, right? A lot of these women, they ain't gonna have it, and they're gonna need to shack up with a
right.
man,
That's
right? In order to receive that protection as well.
And they're gonna do it.
They're gonna do it.
It's different when you don't have choices.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're
that's
gonna
humbling.
be. It's gonna be willful. Yeah, that's the humbling, man.
To
Right?
show you that, hey, you gotta come back to your place now.
That's right.
You done had your fun. Now it's time to come home.
Even in certain states, I remember talking to the brothers out there in the Bay, and they were saying about how expensive it is to live out there in San Francisco. Like, it's ridiculous. Like having like almost $120,000, you still like broke. You know what I'm saying? Because of the price of living and all of that. So it's to the point that there's a reason why people have to have like the full house type shit going on. You know?
What's love? The Brady Bunch?
Yeah, the Brady Bunch, all that.
Yeah.
It's a reason for that, man.
Yeah.
It takes people to live together to survive, and it's getting ready to get to that point in America, man. Shit is getting crazy expensive, right? Gas, driving around, groceries, so it's gonna take people coming together, man.
Yep.
So you can see it, it's happening.
Right.
You got that.
Yep.
Yeah. Verse 16. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women.
Yeah, Egypt gonna be like unto women. So now the scriptures tell you that the men are gonna be mightily.
Yes.
You see, they're gonna be like women.
Yeah.
The mighty men, the scriptures tell us that.
Facts.
Definitely.
Yep. So how much more the women,
Right.
right? Go ahead.
And it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over.
Yeah, they're gonna be afraid and fear because of that. Ultimately, that destruction is what's gonna come.
Yes.
That's gonna bring that real fear and reverence of the Most High again.
Yep.
You know, fear of His name, fear of who He is. Right? That fear got to come back into the earth. The Lord said, I got to bring fear back.
Yeah.
Because these people don't forgot who I am.
Yeah.
Used to be an old song, my man, Ward Jones. Y'all must have forgot.
Yeah, that's
Y'all
right.
must have forgot.
Y'all must have forgot.
You remember that?
Yeah,
Y'all must have forgot who I am.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
They're gonna know who He is again.
Yeah.
You know, Yahweh Bashim Yamshai. Those 18.
That was 16.
Yeah, so.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that goes to the point to why they keep changing his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want us to forget who he is, but hey, go and ask Pharaoh. You
Yeah.
know, guy, hey, Pharaoh ain't playing. Hey, I know his name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why he got all these counts bullshit and playing around like that.
Yeah.
Got Nebuchadnezzar too.
Hey, you
Got
better
that
believe
brother as well, man.
Nimrod, all that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Hey, Esau got the archaeological evidence.
Yeah.
They know what it is.
Oh, yeah, they definitely.
They went over there to the Red Sea, to the Suez Canal. They went under the water and found the bones of the
Yep.
pharaohs.
Yep.
I mean, of the Egyptian soldiers and the horses
Yep.
and the chariot wheels.
Yep.
So they know what time it is,
They
man.
gotta hit it in the Vatican. They know what
Yeah,
it is.
exactly.
Hey,
They know
got
what's up.
The sulfur things.
Sodom
Sodom and Gomorrah. Yep, that's
I
right.
know the Lord ain't about
Yep.
he ain't start talking, man.
Yeah.
That's why you better stop listening to these counts that play around with that name, bro.
Yeah.
They'll get you killed out here.
Hey,
That's a
Jeremiah,
great point, brother.
Some like it. Jeremiah 2:3 talks about that. I'll just roughly paraphrase what it says. They cause my people to forget my name.
Yeah.
In reference to the false prophets.
Right.
So who are all these dudes?
Right.
One of the things they do is the name is a divided line between the believers and the non-believers.
Yep.
It's who you gonna call them.
Right.
Man, one more thing.
You got it.
Like, bro, what ticks me off is how everybody get a Hebrew name but Yahweh Shai. No, they ain't called that bishop, yo, what up, Nate? You know what I'm saying? Or what up, son? So you gonna have problems.
Right.
But everybody got a Hebrew name but the son of the Most High.
Exactly.
Bro, get out of here, man.
And nobody questions
Nobody
that.
questions.
You know?
That's when you breed in weak men.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
That's right, bro.
It says, verse 17, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
Yeah, the land Judah will be a terror to Egypt. Yeah.
Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid of himself because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he has determined against it.
And the counsel of the Lord and his prophecy is saying this is what's going to happen to all these nations and people.
Vibration of the prophets.
There you go.
See, the vibration of the prophets is what's causing terror upon Babylon, man. The fact that people are listening.
Yeah.
People, hey, Don't get it twisted, man. Right? Just because Esau got the algorithms and he played with the views, right? The number of people that's watching the videos and the subscriptions and all of that. Don't get it twisted, man. The world is watching the true prophets,
That's
man.
right. That's
Right?
right.
Hey, more people know about the truth than let on, man. You know, I made mention, earlier. It's high schoolers, that's speaking about Israelites within their classes, man. You know, my real daughter was talking to this dude, and he asked her daughter, did you know you're an Israelite? These are high schoolers, man. So you can't say that these people don't know, man.
Yeah.
And that goes to the point, man. Like Bravo Camp alone ain't going to nobody but the Israelites.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
He was set up.
That's it.
He was set up by
And
the
mostly only great millstone.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah. People know where the truth is at, man. Right? Isaiah, you finished? Okay. Isaiah 44 and 25.
Yeah, because we're going into the fact that, that the words that the words of prophets is going out. And then the Lord is going to, after where the words that went out, the Lord pulled back the prophets. That's going to be him execute, which he's actually doing it simultaneously right now. To say it the right way. As the word of prophets is going out, prophecy is being fulfilled.
What's that phrase you use? Like the world moves off the vibration of the prophets.
Yeah, the world moves off the vibration of the prophets.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? What we say through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Shah, the world moves.
Yep.
Right? Come on, man.
Yep. Matter of fact, it's going to prove it.
Isaiah 44, verse 25.
Yep.
That frustrateth the tokens of the liars.
Matter of fact, let's read 24 to put it in perspective.
Gotcha. Isaiah 44 and verse 24. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, thy Redeemer,
Yep.
and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, that maketh all things.
Yep.
That stretches forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself.
Yep.
Verse 25, that frustrateth the tokens of the liars.
Yep. These Edomites. Go ahead.
And maketh the binders mad.
Yeah. All of their prognosticators and all of that. The people that brothers in the video
They're
about.
wise men.
Yeah, they're wise. But one of the brothers in the video about, maybe it was you, about how they just went to 24.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
NASA hired 24 theologians to basically talk about the coming of so-called Christ.
Come
Right.
on. So their diviners are mad. The Lord, he make them mad. Go ahead.
And make the diviners mad that turneth wise men backwards.
Yeah, because they don't got the truth. Now they don't got the answer, Sway. They can't tell you what's going on. Only the spiritual weathermen, which are the prophets, can give you what's going to happen. That's
right.
Right?
And maketh their knowledge foolish.
Because all of it, the wisdom of this world is foolishness to Yahweh should be able to shine anyway. So he's manifesting that through the prophets. He's showing you that Esau don't got the answers. But you niggas still want to listen to him. Go ahead.
Verse 26, that confirmeth the word of his servant.
He confirming the words of the prophets. So the Lord ain't going to just have his prophets out just blowing hot air.
Right,
He's going to confirm the word.
Right.
Right? The Lord said his word won't come back into him void.
Yeah.
So he's going to confirm the words of this messenger.
And the scriptures say the Lord is not slack concerning his promises.
That's right.
Right? You gonna learn today.
Yep. You're going to learn today.
Hey, verse 26, Isaiah 44, 26.
Yep.
That confirmeth the word of his servant.
Yep.
And performeth the counsel of his
So
messengers.
he performing, you can really stop it right there. He going to perform the counsel of his message. The Lord ain't going to have his men out here speaking and it not come to pass. Because once again, it's actually coming to pass, and the brother was just made reference to. Hey, it's actually coming to pass as we speak. Everything is happening right now.
Yep.
Right? Real time.
I got something real quick precept. All right. This at quick precept, this is Jeremiah 50 and 36. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dope. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. So through this word, right, the people are confounded, right? Because everything that these bums out here that hey, we the bum camp, right? They like to say, you bums got to get a job, and you niggas on corners losing your mind, screaming with Bibles. Well, look, all the things that we prophesy out of the scriptures is coming to pass, and it has the whole world confused.
But my thing is this though: if we're not telling you the truth, why is everybody outside of us, even outside of the truth, speaking the things that we're saying?
Exactly.
Everybody, except for you retarded ass niggas, know what the Paragma is.
Yeah.
Every interview you see, everybody talk about this biotechnology. Now everybody knows what the CHIP is.
Yeah, that's heavy. That's a good point you said it, because through this word going out, all right, first and foremost coming out from our apostles and elders and the brothers that you see on down, through this truth, you got all these different sub-platforms popping up, man. Right? You got the you got the whole MGTOW movement, the red pill, You know, you got these different religious platforms starting to talk about the Charagma, talking about the end of days. We at the end of the world, God coming back. You know,
even just regular radio shows like I don't know if y'all seen it with Corey Holcomb.
yeah.
They had I forgot who was on there with him. They was talking about the Islam dude.
Yeah.
They was talking about
Islam, yeah.
They was talking about the Quran, man.
Yeah.
You know? And they know what it is. They know what it is, man. You
Yep.
know? So why is it so hard for you niggas to get it, man?
Everybody's talking about the truth in some form or fashion, man.
But we don't got the answers though.
Come on, man. Right? And you don't think them niggas is watching? Right? Because if they weren't watching, we know they watch because hey, we look at the content that's getting put out, man.
Yeah.
All the content is somewhere. It's all in the range of the scripture, so to speak.
Hey,
You know?
that's like the video you sent with the brother from Chicago. He was doing off of W7.
Yeah.
It was like you can tell W7 watched the prophet because he get a lot of his praises from Elder Malcolm.
There you go. There you go. You know? So hey, believe it or not, man, hey, the men of the Lord are being watched heavily, man. Right? You know, so hey, these people can try to front all they want to, man. End of the day, all right, they know what channels to go to. Yeah, that's it, man. You know, and this ain't even no bragging or boast. It's just the truth of the matter, man. Right? There's men on the earth, as we always been bringing out. There's men on the earth that got 100% truth, man. Right? That got the right way. You know, regardless if you want to tout your nose up or whatever and gnash your teeth, it is what it is, man. Right? What you got now?
Yep.
Jumping back in Zephaniah 1 and 10.
Yep.
And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second,
Yep.
and a great crashing from the hills.
That's right.
How ye inhabitants of Mektish,
Yep.
for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off,
Yep.
and it shall come to pass.
This is all they that build silver are going to be cut off, right? So, hey, we're gonna touch on that when we get down to verse 12.
Yep.
We'll come back to that because, hey, the Lord, these last days, these nations are gonna be howling because it says howl for that. We'll get back to that in a second. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass at that time
Yep.
that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leaves.
Hey, all you jakes that ain't fully, firmly, invested in this truth, don't truly believe, ain't coming back to make your body live a sacrifice, not repenting, playing with the Most High, right? Playing with His name, the brother was speaking about, all these different things. All you jakes that ain't fully clothed or doing everything to be fully clothed, and the Lord's gonna come, He gonna come meet you, He gonna come get with you.
Comfortable in captivity, man.
Right.
No, this ain't the rest, but you want to be comfortable here, man. The Lord's gonna come see you, man.
Yep.
You know? It says, I got a little bit more. It says, we will punish the men that are settled on their leaves that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will He do evil.
Yeah, because it's a spirit, that spirit that the Most High is neutral, it's a heavy spirit that's in the earth. There's a lot of people that hear the word going out and actually know and see that it's true, it's coming to pass, but they ain't quite convinced enough, or they're still invested in Babylon.
Right.
They still want to stay here. They see the chariots, they see the men of the Lord coming out, see the prophets come to pass, but they still need the Most High to come down one-on-one and have a one-on-one talk with them, in their living room to convince them that all the signs they're seeing is true and that He really gonna do the things He said He gonna do. You said you had something?
Yeah, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, like it started at verse 24. When he which had received the one talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hard man, even when thou hast not sown, and gathering when thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and when hid thy talent in the earth, lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest thou reap where I sowed not, and gathered where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which have talents. For unto everyone that have shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But for him that have not shall be taken away, even that which he have. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
And that's beautiful because those that this has been given to, those that the Lord intended for the truth to be with, to be in receipt of, and to get salvation. Those that have, they're gonna have it and have it more abundantly. I mean, they're gonna continue to grow in the knowledge. They're gonna continue to grow in the faith. But those that don't have it, they ain't gonna have it. It wasn't for them. It wasn't intended. Once again, they're that multitude that's gonna perish because they was born in vain.
Set on the talent.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jake men, I should say, that know the truth.
Yep.
Right? But what are they doing? They're sitting on their talent. They're not going out on the highways and byways. They're not doing what the Lord commanded them to do. right? That's why the Lord told that servant he was a wicked and slothful servant.
Yep.
He was casting out of darkness, man. You know, he was scared to go out and make himself a living sacrifice, man.
Yep.
You're that same
Right.
nigga that say, you know, if I was out there, I would have did this.
Yeah, right.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, nigga.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what we call it.
Exactly.
Shoulda, woulda,
Yeah,
coulda,
but-
nigga.
Right.
But ultimately, that showed that servant lacked faith, man.
Yep.
But you gotta have faith to be able to step out on across the line anyway.
That's right.
So if you don't have that faith, that's what's gonna make you stay content with being a loser in this world, man. But we don't want that. We looking for that kingdom. We want to meet our king, you know, at the wedding feast in the appropriate apparel, man.
Yep. Yep. Go back up.
Everybody hold accountable. Hey, even the ones that's following these false prophets, you held accountable too, right? Because hey, you supposed to go back and read and research yourself, man.
That's right.
But what do? You blindly follow, right? So you're gonna be caught up in that storm just as that false prophet himself.
Right. Go back to 11. This is Zephaniah 1:11. It says, how ye inhabitants of Michmash, of all the merchant people down, they all they that bear silver are cut off.
Yep, it's 2 hours. We're gonna make on that. When we finish up at 12. All that the bear silver cut off. We might get Revelation 18, that's 2 more precepts. Revelation 18, we'll read verse 4. We'll zip through a few. But just showing that howling. What is that howling gonna look like? We'll start at 4, we'll go down to 18, and then for 12, we'll just go from 21 to 24. You know? Yep, same chapter. So what is that howling? The nations is gonna be crying and howling. What are they gonna be howling for? Let's get that.
Revelation 18 and verse 4.
Yep, we'll start there.
All right, Revelation 18 and 4, it says, and I heard a voice, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people,
Yep.
that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her
Yeah, the
plagues.
voice of the Lord, hey, calling up the elect. Come out of her, my people. The elect being beamed up. Got it?
Verse 5, her sins have reached unto heaven,
All the wickedness of Babylon.
and Yahweh Shem Shai have remembered her
The
iniquity.
Most High never forgot all the things that Esau did to his people. You see? All the violence that he did against his brother Jacob. You got it?
Verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you,
Yep.
and double unto her double,
Yep.
according to her works.
Yep, she's going to drink double of the cup. Go ahead.
In the cup which she had filled to her double.
Yep.
Verse 7, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously.
Yep, because all this high life living is really the Edomites who's truly living in this society.
Exactly.
You niggas is not really living.
Nope.
See, you're surviving.
Nigga, you got crumbs, man.
Right? Ain't that the crumbs that falls off the master's
Yeah,
table?
you
The
just-
terrible Lazarus?
Hey, like the dog. Yeah, you at the table, right? Eating dinner, and where's your dog at? He right there. He waiting for you to drop something. That's Jake in the society.
That's right.
You know, just getting the crumbs. Like, please, master.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
That's why the scriptures say, envy not thy oppressor, man.
Yep.
And choose none of his ways, you know? Revelation 18 and 7.
Yep.
How much she glorified herself deliciously.
Yep.
So much torment and sorrow will give her.
So the torment and sorrow is gonna come because you've been living good. Go ahead.
For she hath said in her heart, I sit a queen, I am no widow and shall see no sorrow.
Yeah, Lady Liberty is a great example of that symbol of America.
Yeah.
Showing you that America, hey, that when it says she, it's showing you that that's America.
Yeah.
Lady Liberty with the torch in her hand.
Yeah.
Right?
No
Come
words.
unto me, all you huddled masses, yearning to be free.
Yeah.
Right? Which is all blasphemy. Go ahead.
Verse 8, there shall her plagues come in one day,
One day,
death, mourning,
Mourning.
and famine.
yep, this was coming to Babylon. Right? Which is gonna be part of their sacrifice. You got it?
And she shall be utterly burned with fire.
It's gonna be utterly burned with that fire, the nuclear missiles.
For strong is the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah who judgeth her.
Yep.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication,
Yeah, here goes the point. This is why they're gonna be howling. And all the nations that was in cahoots with Babylon.
who have committed fornication
Yep.
and lived deliciously with her.
Yep, and y'all made little treaties. You know, y'all made Trans-Pacific partnership deals.
Had to sell out.
You had to sell out, right? You let them come in your land and build military bases, right? Set up consulates, right?
You have to throw away your customs and
Yeah.
accept theirs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had to accept the Western way.
Yep.
You had to throw away your culture and accept the Western way, which totally defiled your land.
Yep.
Right? It says, and live deliciously with her, and shall bewail her,
They shall bewail her.
and lament for her,
This is why they're gonna be howling and lament.
when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
When they see Babylon get destroyed, that's why they're gonna be howling.
Cash cow going.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, damn. You almost 18?
Yep. Verse 10, it says, standing afar off, the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, For in 1 hour is thy
They're
judgment
gonna be
come.
like, damn, this place was destroyed in 1 hour.
Yep.
They're like, what are we gonna do now? What's gonna happen now? China, different nations gonna be scrambling,
Yep.
getting ready to follow Esau to decimation.
Yep.
They're gonna go and follow Esau. Well, shit, he been ruling. We're gonna go with Esau.
Yep.
We're gonna go with the Space Force.
Yep.
And Yahweh Shai, they're gonna get beat to powder. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We go down to 18, then we go to verse 12.
Verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Yep.
The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls, and fine linen and purple, and silk and scarlet, all fine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and of iron, and of marble.
Yep, international trade, commerce, and capitalism gonna be gone.
Yep.
That way it ain't gonna work no more.
Yep.
Right? Go ahead.
Verse 13, and cinnamons and odors and ointments, frankincense, and wine and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men.
Ooh, it's enslaved. It's souls of men.
Yup.
See?
That shows you that what? That slavery is still going on in America today, man.
Right.
With these pedophile rings, right? All this weirdo shit popping up with Esau, murdering children, sex trafficking, right?
Prison houses.
Prison houses, yeah, exactly.
Even with the
Yup.
your birth certificate, man.
Yup.
They betting on you on the stock market, man.
Yup.
You know, we're all slaves.
The
man.
jail cells, all that.
Yeah.
It says, and the fruits of thy soul lusted after,
Yep.
and the fruits of thy soul, of that thy soul lusted after, are departed from thee.
Yep.
And all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee.
Yep.
And thou shalt find them no more at all.
You ain't gonna find it no more at all. Matter of fact, go down to verse 18.
Verse 18, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
Right?
Verse 19, and they cast dust upon their heads
Yep.
and cried, weeping and wailing,
Yep.
saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich, all that had ships in the sea, by the reason of her costliness, for 1 hour is she made desolate.
All right, hold that right there. We'll go
That's
back. We'll
right.
go back to verse 12 and we'll read to 24.
Yep.
And we're done.
Yep.
Zephaniah 1 and 12.
Yep.
And it shall come to pass at that time
Uh-huh.
that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leaves,
Uh-huh.
that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil.
Because the Babylon's gonna be sacrificed. So if you believe that these prophecies ain't gonna come to pass, and they last in these prophecies, then you out of your mind.
Yep.
You see, you out of your mind. Because here goes the end of this place.
Yep. Back in Revelation 18 and 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets.
Showing you the men of the Lord are back today.
Yep.
Ta-da, we back. Like my man said, he said ta-da.
Ta-da.
See, ta-da, we back.
Yeah.
Lord willing, right?
Yeah.
We endure to the end. Go ahead.
Yeah, because the Lord said what? He raised up prophets in Babylon.
That's right.
That's Jeremiah 29 and 15. It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and you holy apostles and prophets.
Yep.
For Yahweh Shem Shai have avenged you on her.
This is the
That's
vengeance.
right.
Hey, this is that vengeance. Back in Joel the 3rd chapter. This is gonna be that vengeance. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone.
That's the destruction of this place.
That's
That's
the missiles, yep. And cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown
So
down,
Babylon came in with violence.
Yeah, that's
From its
right.
inception, it's gonna go out with violence.
That's
Right?
right.
and shall be found no more at all.
Hey, all this gonna be destroyed. You ain't gonna never see none of this no more. We ain't gonna see this kind of architecture. None of the customs, none of the things,
Yeah.
none of this writing, none of this shit. Pavement, none of this ain't gonna be here no more. We'll stop at 24.
Verse 22, in the voice of harpers and magicians.
Yep.
It's like in the voice of harpers and musicians.
Uh-huh.
And of pipers and trumpeters.
Yeah, because hey, this music, all this garbage music,
Yep.
the hustle and bustle of this place,
Yep.
the cities, the big events they throw,
Yep.
right? All that ain't gonna be here no more. Ain't nobody gonna be singing the national anthem no more. That's not gonna happen no more. We're gonna be done with that.
It says, shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Yep.
No craftsman
No craftsmen.
or whatsoever craft he be
Yep.
shall be found any more in thee.
Because this place gonna be completely destroyed. So ain't gonna be nothing found here. Go ahead.
And the sound of the millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Uh-huh.
And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
Yep.
And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Yeah, and the prophets, you know.
For thy merchants were the great men of the earth.
Yep.
For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
Yep, all the nations will deceive. That's why this place gonna be destroyed and the nations, and it's gonna be set up in righteousness, which is gonna be the kingdom of heaven. That's right. The righteous rulers.
And in her was found the blood of the prophets.
Yep.
And of the saints of all that were slain upon the earth.
Yep. So, hey, that destruction, hey, you gonna have some men that's gonna have to die for the faith. You know, in the scriptures.
Yep.
There's gonna be a portion the Lord set aside for that. Right. But they're gonna be the first ones of the chariots. And it talked about the martyrs, that their works won't go in vain.
Yep.
You know? So all those that are servants to the Lord, there's no losing, the brother priest I would always say. There's no losing in Yahweh Shem Shah. Look at that 144.
Spirit,
Hey, Yahweh Shem Shah.
Spirit.
So there's no losing in the Lord. So hey, all we're gonna do is remain 10 toes down, continue to do the works of the Lord, have faith, and endure to the end.
Yep.
And that's it. That's what the Lord requires.
That's it. That's it. Hey, well look, hey, that ultimate sacrifice is coming, man. You know, so and continue to, as we say, continue to watch out for prophecy and continue to remain in the spirit, man. All right, because we at the end of this thing. And Lord willing, this thing was edifying. All right, we're gonna close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. A shalom.
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 It's like